doing these live sessions. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. We are now live on Instagram and on YouTube. And for those of you who don't know, we have a YouTube channel. We do have a YouTube channel. We have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel. Some teaching videos also on there. Amon Careers at Amon Careers on YouTube, and you'll find us. Follow us on YouTube also. A bit of content over there. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about the difference between a project manager, a product manager, and a scrum master. All right. Now, you have to understand this. First of all, a project manager is someone who manages people in order to deliver a certain objective. Now, it's a project always constitutes a change. Okay, so whenever you have a project, it means that there is something that you are doing that is unique that hasn't been done before. All right, the mere definition of a project, or you cannot define a project without having the words unique and without having the words change. No two projects are ever alike. Okay, so every project is unique. If I'm working for Microsoft and the project is to let's say install a new computer system for Microsoft. This computer system will help them chat with their customers. Okay, that is a project. Now, if I go to Samsung and then I am working on the same type of project for Samsung, although I'm installing the same type of computer system for Samsung to chat with their customers, it is still a different project because Samsung has a different setup to Microsoft. Different people work in Samsung as to those who work in Microsoft. So you can never have the same environment. Okay, so a project is always unique. No two projects are ever the same. A project will always institute a change or constitute a change. So you have a project that is creating something that hasn't been done before, and that thing is going to change one thing or the other. So you cannot have a project without having change. A project manager is the person who manages this change. But to deliver a project, you need a team of people. The project manager is the individual who would manage this team of people. This project manager cannot just manage them based on what he thinks. No, he manages them based on certain understanding, certain styles of management, what we call methodologies, project methodologies, ways of delivering projects, methods of delivering projects. You see, some people have been bearing the title project manager, but all they just do is deliver projects using their head, their mind, what they think is right. No, that won't work when you're looking to work for a multinational organization or a company that really knows what they're doing. No, you deliver projects according to certain methodologies, certain methods, certain styles. That's where the value is. So this is how employers know that you are a project manager. When you are talking about the methodology that you have used to deliver projects in the past. Some people say, oh, I know I have this certification in project management. I've done my PMP, I've done my Prince 2, I have my Agile certification. Some people will come and tell you, oh, I've been managing projects for the past 15 years. Yes. Employers will listen in for. How have you used A methodology or B methodology to deliver a project from start to end? This is how they know your skill sets. Not really by what you are saying. Even if you've been managing projects for the past 15 years, okay, and then you go for an interview, and you're not talking about the methodologies and how you've applied them, or how you have changed up the methodology to be able to deliver a particular project, believe me, they won't hire you. And you think, oh, I have 15 years experience of working on different projects. Okay, let's hear how you delivered them now. Nothing that any international community will recognize as a methodology that you have implemented to deliver that project. So they won't hire you. They won't. So a project manager uses a certain methodology to manage a team to deliver a project from start to end. This is also true for product managers. This is also true for Scrum Masters. However, this is where the difference now is. A project manager uses methodologies like Prince 2 and PMP to deliver any kind of project. construction projects, for example, healthcare projects, for example, technology projects in some cases, business change projects. A project manager uses those two methodologies to deliver projects that cuts across every sector. Now, there is one sector that is a bit different. Also, no, before I get there, the project manager would also deliver, let's say, a building of a bridge or building of a house, construction of a house or bridge, construction of roads, new business change process, which means changing the business process within an organization. That also can be a project. A project manager is also looking at can deliver non-technical projects using Prince 2 methodology and PMP methodology, non-technical projects. And in most cases, a project manager can deliver 2-3 different kinds of projects. Okay, he can be delivering I've worked as a senior project manager with an organization where I was delivering, transition projects. Another one again, I was delivering a backup center project, different project. Another project again was a HR project. Within the same company, different areas, 3 different projects that are even unrelated. I'm delivering those different projects as a senior project manager. These projects are not very technical. Now, there is now a product manager. A product manager, thank you very much, Dami Stevens. You've tagged someone to join this live. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that. Now, a product manager is someone who is delivering a specific IT product. That product might not be, it could be IT, it could also be something else like cosmetics. Let's imagine you work for Dove, Dove, D-O-V-E, that company, and you're working on a new cream. That cream is a product. You are not working on a general project for Dove. Let's say Dove wants to upgrade their Wi-Fi system within their entire company. That is a project. But when Dove is working on a new cream, that cream is a product. Do you understand? That cream is a product. So a product manager is someone who the company is looking to deliver a new product, and they bring you in to focus on delivering that product. It is a product that will go out for sale or that will be used by people out there. So there is a timeline to delivering this product, and it could be in some cases an IT product. Let's say a mobile banking application. That is also a product. It would not really be right to call it a project, because you're not doing it for the organization in some way. You're not doing it for if I was to build a road for everybody or construct a new house, or I'm upgrading Wi-Fi system, or I'm doing a business change project for the entire organization, fine. But what I'm talking about here is I'm delivering one product. For example, I'm designing a new metering system. The project is to build a new product, which is a new meter system. For those of you who live in the UK, this meter might use solar power in conjunction with whatever electricity from the grid or whatever. For those of you who live in Nigeria, you might need to top up online and then put in a code into your meter or something like that. But this new product might be using fingerprints. Who knows? Or you can swipe your ATM card and it just charges. We don't know. But it's a new product that hasn't been done before. So you are brought in as a product manager to come deliver that new product. I hope that makes sense. In most cases, a lot of products are IT related. This is why you find a lot of product managers in the IT field. We are building a new online portal. We are building a new backup system. We are building a new customer service solution. We are building a new mobile banking solution. We are building a new money transfer application, IT products. You find a lot of product managers in the IT field because that is one of the fields that has a lot of different products being built and being delivered. You can be building a ticketing system for a hotel, a ticketing system for an airline, all of that. These are individual products. So you find more product managers in IT than anywhere else. All right. Now, that's for product management. Now, when we come to Scrum, Scrum is very specific. A Scrum Master only delivers IT projects, nothing more. In fact, IT software related projects, which means you are building a particular software, a particular app. Not IT hardware, but IT software. A Scrum Master is someone who uses a certain kind of methodology. A Scrum Master does not use Prince 2 methodology. A Scrum Master does not use PMP methodology. A Scrum Master uses a framework called SCRUM that is under the Agile methodology. So you have Prince 2 methodology, PMP methodology, Agile methodology. Under Agile methodology, you have what you call the SCRUM framework. You also have another framework called Kanban, but the SCRUM framework is designed for delivering IT software projects. So a Scrum Master you cannot find where they are building a bridge. You cannot find a Scrum Master where they are constructing a house. You cannot find a Scrum Master in a project or business improvement project. No. A Scrum Master you can only be found when delivering an IT project that has to do with software in virtually more than 95% of the case. Software projects. This is where you find the Scrum Master. All right. Now, a Scrum Master uses the framework called Scrum to deliver this project from start to end. The Scrum framework is so important because you cannot deliver effectively any IT project without using Scrum. You can try, but you would not be as effective as someone who sets up a Scrum team. What we focus on in Almond is to teach you these three different methodologies. We will teach you Prince 2 methodology, we'll teach you PMP methodology, we'll teach you Agile methodology, which covers product management, under which you find the product manager and the Scrum Master and the product owner. There are a lot of roles in the field of project management, a lot. But the fact still remains that you need to understand all of this effectively. We have had candidates who have started our program as project managers, ended up getting jobs as Scrum Masters. Definitely. We've had candidates who started our program saying they want to be a Scrum Master, they end up getting a job as an Agile project manager. A project manager, a product manager, and a Scrum Master in some way are the same. It just depends on the different methodologies that they use. Cheesy, JCC, thank you so much for tagging someone also on this live. Thank you. God bless you. If you know anyone who needs to be listening to this conversation, please tag them so they can join our live session. And hopefully we might be able to help it to a few people, one or two. So it is important for you to understand that, and if you have questions, please, if you're on Instagram, leave the questions on the question button down there on Instagram, and I'll make sure I answer the questions before I round up. If you're on YouTube, just leave a comment and I'll try and respond. So if you have questions at all, just ask the questions on Instagram and I'll be very happy to answer. Don't leave the questions on the comment section, please. Leave the questions on the question, use the question button there so I can go through the questions. All right. In the next few minutes, I'll be going through the questions. OJ_Babs, thank you so much for inviting someone. Thank you. All right. Or for tagging someone. Thank you. All right. So it is important for you to understand that these three roles are similar. Because I don't know where you will thrive, because I don't know where is good for you, what we normally do within Almond is that when you come on the training, we train you on all of these methodologies. We train you on all of the methodologies. You would learn Prince 2, you will learn PMP, you will learn Agile Scrum, which is product management and Agile. You would learn business analysis. Within the first 2 months, you have 8 Saturdays where you would go through 8 classes that cover all of these methodologies so that you can understand it. Halfway through, no, once you're done with the 8 classes, you now go, okay, it's time for your hands-on work experience. You now say, okay, fine. I want to focus on the project management element, which covers Scrum, or I want to focus on the business analysis element. Why? Because I enjoy the business analysis classes more than the project management classes, or I enjoy the Scrum classes more than the PM or the BA classes. So I want to focus on this area. Very possible. Very possible. The thing here is this: you would have to taste all of them so they have a good idea of where to focus on. And this is why we tell people, don't worry about choosing where to go now. No need. Don't worry about that. You choose where to go after you have done the 8 sessions. Now you have understanding, then you can choose where to focus on. Okay? Now, once you go on to your hands-on work experience, all right? Once you go on to your hands-on work experience, at this point, you have now chosen where to focus on. Amina, yeah, thank you so much for tagging someone. Thank you. Appreciate that. Once you now choose where to focus on, you now go into your 3 months work experience focused in that area, which means you will now start doing the work. This is how you gain your experience. Within your project team, you have a project manager, you have a business analyst, there's somebody in Scrum, there's a PMO. All these guys are here to work as a team. You would also have a developer, have a software tester, have a program manager. You are delivering a real project from start to end. It is in doing that that you gain that experience. This is where the value is. You are not a project manager or a Scrum Master or a product manager because you have a certification. That's a big fat lie. You are a product manager, you are a program manager, you are a Scrum Master, you are an Agile project manager, you are a business analyst. Whatever you are that thing because you know how to do it. Have you seen a doctor that is a doctor by certification and not a doctor by practice? No. The reason why anybody will hire you to do any job is because you've done it before. If you haven't done it before, nobody will hire you. People say they want to get hired, they want to get a job, they want to do this. You think employers hire you because you want a job? No, they don't. They don't hire you because you want a job. They hire you because you have a skill set that is important to them. That's why they hire you. Nobody comes to hire you because, I've been out of work for the past 5 years, or I want to make a career shift, I want to make a career change. Nobody hires you because you want to make a career change. Nobody cares about your desire to make a career change. What they are hiring you for is that they've spoken to you and there's value that has come out of you that they want to pay for. That's why they hire you. That's why they hire you. Because of that value. We say to people, there are opportunities everywhere. Whether it is in the US, in the UK, in Canada, in Australia, in Europe, even in Nigeria, there are opportunities. There are job opportunities everywhere. The point is, you need to know it to be able to get it. Some of you will go on an interview and they ask you, this is the kind of project you're working on. Who do you think is best placed to do this, to work on a project like this? A project manager, a product manager, or a Scrum Master? You might not even know. You're thinking, can you please repeat the question again? You can repeat it 100 times and you still not know. You'll be hoping that by the second time they repeat the question, there will be something there that gives you a clue as to how to answer. But if you don't know, you don't know. Thank you again, Amina, for inviting more people. All right, Leslie Ehirin, thank you also. So if you don't know, you don't know. What are we saying? The opportunities are there for you to expand your future, for you to expand your career life. And these opportunities you can only harness by knowledge, by experience. If you don't know, you don't know. So we keep saying to individuals, you need to be able to get up, do the work that is required for you to educate yourself so that you can have the value. You can have the value. It is that value that you now go and trade for a job. Oh, fantastic, Busayo_TP. Finished my work experience in November 22. Got a PM job last week. Fantastic, thank you. That's lovely. It's lovely to know. Thank you so much, Busayo_TP. It's good. Thank God. Thank you. You've said this here. All right. And that's the fact. The jobs are there. The jobs are there. If you don't have the skill set, you cannot get that job. And I've been begging people that, guys, listen to me. It's not about certification. It's the experience. When you go for an interview, what they want to know is, on your last project, how did you do this? How did you do that? Talk to us about how you would do this. If you face this challenge, tell us how you would answer it. This is what people want to know. This is what they want to know. And if you cannot answer these questions, please, even if you are the one hiring, would you give yourself a job? Let's be logical about it. If you don't have the experience, you will not give yourself a job. Each and every one of you can do exactly what Busayo has done. We've just been informed that she secured a job last week. Everybody is congratulating her. I'm very happy for you. Because for you now, it's over. Imagine finishing the work experience in November, and this is January, the beginning of January, and you already got a job. Even with the Christmas holidays, the jobs are there. We keep saying this, the jobs are there. But if you don't have the skill set, you will not secure it. You won't. Guys, there are a lot of people out there who are struggling. They don't know where to go with their career. They don't know what to do. There's no one there to advise them. Many of them are looking for a way out to a better future, but they don't know. Some of you are listening to me today. You know people who you know that once you recommend, coming on Almond's program will be like a blessing for them. Recommend them. Recommend us to them. Busayo has gotten a job now. Recommend us to them. Because when one person gets a good job, it's not just that person. It is the entire family and the friends network around them that you have just elevated. Because based on what that person has, based on the job that person has, that person will not be able to do more for the people around them. When we say recommend someone, recommend someone, recommend someone, we are saying this because we know that these opportunities will not fill themselves. Because we have seen people who their lives, their families have turned around because of the kind of job that they've gotten. I've seen men that call us and say they have no respect in their house anymore because they are not working, because their job pays little. Some of them are worried that their wives make more money than them, so they don't know if they're going to get respect from her anymore. Some people are worried. So I've seen broken homes because the men are not working. Do you think what we're doing here is just come and do training and go? No. We want to put in people's lives what would make their lives richer, better, more productive. We have seen Almond careers keep homes that were about to break. No joke. Wife is saying, I'm tired of this guy. The guy has not done one thing that has worked. All of a sudden, he starts attending the training. He starts attending. After a while, he secures a job. He secures a job, he's making good money, the woman is happy. It's not that she's a bad person, but man, suffering does not make life easy. I'm not saying that getting a good job solves your entire life problem. No. That's not what I'm saying. But suffering does not make life easy. you have an opportunity to take a step out of that difficult situation. You should take it. You must take it of a necessity. If not for you, but for your family. If not for your family, then for your friends. If not for your friends, perhaps for your parents. You owe it to yourself to be a better version of yourself. You should be a better version of yourself. You should be. How else would you know that your life is moving forward? How else? I beg you guys, for those of you who are listening, if you are currently on our program, do not relent. Don't give up. Don't procrastinate. Don't lower your guard. Every morning when you wake up, let this be priority, because one day you will do it and it will be over. And you will get that job you are looking for and you can move on with your life. Dedicate the next few months to this, and I promise you, you will not regret it. When you come on this program, be dedicated and be consistent. And I promise you, you will see the results. These jobs, we're not making them up. People are getting them daily. They are getting them. You cannot allow yourself to be in a situation where you are struggling to make it. You are struggling to be comfortable and you are not. Do you think we have time? We don't have time anymore. And every morning the days are running by. Every day, time is moving. At what point of your life do you want to get to before you now relax and say, yes, I've made it? You don't have time. There's no time to keep going around in circles. Get it now. Get on the path now. Start moving now. Succeed now. There's no point in going around in circles. No point. Let me answer a few questions. I have a few questions lined up here. He's saying, okay, good. Somebody is saying, I was telling a friend about Almond on Saturday, and she asked if Almond will do reference for us after the course. What you have to understand is this. Once you start our program, you are going to work on a real project. Once you are working on that real project, please, why will you not have references from us to show that you have worked on a project with us? It is the references we give that makes other employers know that you have done it now, for them to now hire you. Yes. We're a UK company. You work on our project, you gain UK work experience. You apply for a job, they ask for a reference, we provide references. Say, yes, this person worked on this project between this time and this time. That's it. That's all they need to verify. So we will provide references for you, definitely. Unless you've not worked on any of our projects. References is not because you have paid for training, no. Reference is because you have worked on a project. If you don't work on any project, you don't get any reference. All right. So as long as you work on a project with us, you definitely get reference. How long will the subscription last, and do we have access to mentors? Our program is a 5 months program. That's what you pay for. All right. During the 5 months program, you are going to deliver a project for 3 months. First 2 months is theory. We'll teach you the methodologies. We'll teach you how to use different softwares that are necessary. First 2 months. Last 3 months is hands-on work experience, where you have a program manager who will manage your team to deliver a project from start to end. This person is the one that will mentor your team to deliver a project from start to end. Okay. Once you have finished delivering that project from start to end, you and your team, every week you're working on it. Once you guys finish, that project will help you get your CV ready. Once your CV is ready, you start applying for the job. You get a call for an interview, you let us know. We'll prepare you for the interview. You go on, you get the job, they ask for references, we provide references on your behalf. So yes. Once you finish our program for 5 months, you finish your project, we have a session that runs every Thursday that you can continue to still join, even after you have finished your time with us. You can continue to join that session. You have access to all our products for about a year, and you don't have to pay anything else. We don't have any hidden charges. So what's this one? Is there a role of a project manager same as business analyst? is the role of project manager same as business analyst? No. If you want to leave a question, please leave the question on using the question button. All right. If you use a comment, I'll most likely miss them. I might miss them. Is the role of a project manager same as a business? No, they are different. Next week I'll talk about business analysis, but the roles are different. A project manager manages a team of people to deliver the project. A business analyst focuses on gathering, right, taking down requirements, documenting requirements, eliciting and documenting requirements for the project. What are we going to deliver? That job lies within the business analyst. I'll talk about it a bit more next week. I think I'll probably choose to talk about that topic next week. All right. But both roles very lucrative, very, very lucrative. We have individuals who are making 400, 500 pounds a day in the UK, a day, not a week or a month, 400 or 500 pounds one day, and they have a contract of 6 months, 9 months. Yes, we have people who are making 55,000, 70,000 pounds a year as project managers or BAs, Scrum Masters. Definitely, the jobs are there. The jobs are all over the place. They are. All right. Next question. Can people in their 40s and 50s do this? Won't they come across as the interviewer as being a bit too old? No. Quite on the contrary. All right. 40 is not even old. That's number one. Again. All right. So the other one is 50 is not even old at all. I have worked with business analysts who are 60 years old. That is 60 years old. One thing you have to understand is this. The older you look, all right, the more employers think you are even more experienced than you are. Yes. The older you look, it's like a doctor. You bring in a doctor that is very young, you're thinking, how many surgeries have this one done? Has this one done? You bring a doctor that is old, you're like, consultant, he has 30 years experience. Yes. That is exactly what it feels like in this field. The older you are, even the better. So your age is not going to work against you. All right? Age will not work against you. All right? Somebody is saying, I just finished my 8 weeks waiting for my project. Can I join Saturday classes of the current students? No, you can't. Sorry. Those classes are even fully booked even. Can't even get anybody joining those classes. So projects will be assigned in less than a week, a few days from now. Because I know they're working on projects now. A lot of people are being assigned projects this week. So you most likely get your projects this week. If you have finished your 8 weeks of classes, you most likely get assigned to your projects this week or working on the projects and assigning the projects this week. This I know. So age is not going to work against you, don't worry. Okay. What would their roles be since they are similar? Are you talking about the project managers and the BA? Oh, are there situations where both project and product managers are required on one project? All right, that's the question. Are there situations where both project and product managers are required on one project? Not likely, no. Not likely. A project with a product manager, that person handles everything. A project with a project manager, you don't normally have a product manager. Very unlikely. It's going to be the same thing. All right. Very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. And I think that's what this question is. What would their roles be? Since they're effectively the same thing. No. I haven't seen. If you've seen, you can tell me, but I haven't seen a place where you have a product manager and a project manager working on the same project. No. What happens when you're put on a project and some members are not as serious as you are on the project? So I guess you're talking about our own Almond project. All right. Yes, it's a challenge when you have people who are not serious. You are dedicated, you are committed. Some people don't show up for project meetings. Some people don't do the tasks that they are assigned. People don't get involved in requirement gathering. They don't produce anything. Yes, this is very, very true. This happens. Very, very true. All right. What I would advise you to do is this. Do their job for them. It's a group project where your entire team will have to work on a project, but it's actually an individual thing. Because you see, when you get your job, okay, they will not come and share that job with you. There was a gentleman a few years ago who came on our project. He was a project manager on the project. working with a team of people. Somebody in his team got a job and left. He picked up that person's role. Another person in the team got a job and left. Everybody in his team left. He was the only one. He was doing all their jobs. He would do as a BA, do as this, ask questions, get this here. We added a new team to him again. Everybody was getting jobs. He got his job almost towards the end of that entire team leaving. Some people might not be serious. Take their job on board and start doing it. Oh, John is not here. He has not showed up in the last 2 minutes. Okay, fine. Let me do the requirement. Let me write down the workshops. I'll put down the workshops in an Excel sheet by next meeting. Do their job. Do their job, because the more you do, the more you know. You are doing for yourself, so that you can go off and you can get that job for yourself. That's where the value is. Don't let anybody else pull you down. Don't let anybody else's seriousness stall your project. No. Start doing, even if they are not serious. Okay? Is it possible to do project manager role and business analysis role at the same time, like a hybrid? Yes, it is very possible. On our training, we will not allow it anyway, because we have a lot of people who are looking for positions. So we cannot now give you two. Everybody takes one position on our training. So once you come on our program is one. But out there are companies who hire hybrid project managers and business analysts. Because maybe it's a small project, they don't want to hire two people because they want to save money. Hire one project manager, £400, another BA, £400. Better we pay you £500 a day and you do both jobs, or £550 a day and you do both jobs. Yes, companies do that. They can save money. They want a hybrid project manager and business analyst. Definitely, very possible. Very, very possible. All right, very possible. That is why on our program you get trained on all of them. All right, so you always know something about a business analyst, even if you always know something about business analysis, even if you're a project manager. You always know something about Scrum and Agile, even if you're a business analyst. All right. Is the product manager similar to business analyst? No, they are not similar. But the product owner is similar to business analyst. Next week, I'll talk about the difference between business analyst and product owner. I'll talk about that next week and put a bit of twist on it. So the product manager is not similar to a business analyst. It's a product owner that performs a similar function. All right. However, again, don't forget that some companies are they can say this role is a product owner role, but you find a lot of requirements gathering in that role. Possible. All right. So it depends. It really depends, but usually they shouldn't really be the same. All right. Also, how many months is the training? Our program is a 5 months program. All right. As I said, the first 2 months is theory. The last 3 months is your work experience, hands-on work experience. All right. After that, your CV, we support you to beef up your CV. After that, you start applying for work. You get a call for an interview. You let us know. We'll prepare you for the interview. You get a job. We'll provide references on your behalf. All right. Next question. Cliffs_love. A lot of questions from you. That's good. Please, if someone in UK wants to relocate to another country, will the certificate still be valid? Again, you know we don't focus on certifications. No, we don't. However, whatever you do with us is valid in any country of the world. Any country you want to go to on the face of this earth. We have people in America who finished our program and they're working. We have people in Canada who finished our program and they're working. We have people in Belgium, in Germany, in Europe who finished our program and are working. So whatever we give you is relevant everywhere in the world. Our affiliation is with the Association of Project Managers in the UK. And anything that is in the UK, believe me, is good enough for any other country in this world. So don't worry. Somebody's asking, do you need to be certified to become a BA after acquiring hands-on work experience with Almond? You don't. The reason why I'm saying so is this. Business analysis is good to have certification, no problem if you want it. But what we focus on is helping you get a job. We're not focused on helping you go for training. We're not focused on helping you get certificates. We're not focused on you coming to get training, say, I've done training. No, we are focused on you getting a job. And to get a job, you need to be able to interview. You need to have a good CV. You need to have work experience. These are the 3 things you need to get a job. And these are the things we focus on. Yes. Some people can say, I can't get a job unless you have certification. It's not true. You can get a BA job without certification at all. You can get a project manager job without certification. You can. What they want to know if you are a BA is, talk to us about how you manage your requirement gathering session during your last place you've worked. How did you manage your product backlog? Can you talk to us about how you go about eliciting requirements? How did you break down your main key features on your last project? Talk to us about the delivery of these features. What was your relationship between the software testers and yourself? How did you work with developers to make sure that what they are working on matches the requirements you are gathering? Talk to me about how you manage difficult stakeholders when gathering requirements. This you cannot get. You cannot get by certification. No, you can't. You get the answers via work experience. Because when you go for an interview, nobody cares about certification. I've delivered projects for multinational companies in the UK for over 10 years. Not once have I showed them my degree certificate. Not once have I showed them a certification I have. Nobody cares. In Nigeria, they will tell you, bring your secondary school certificate, bring your university degree, bring your NYSC certificate, that one is rubbish. And then you hire somebody that still knows nothing. That's nonsense. In civilized world, nobody cares. Nobody cares. What they care about is, talk to us about your last project. How did you do this? How did you do that? If you are faced with this problem, how would you tackle it? EL_Diaz is saying, very true. I've never been asked to show qualifications or my degree. Exactly. They just want experience. Exactly. That's true. That's true. See, you too, you know. When somebody knows what they know and they are talking, even you will know. Sometimes you can't even convince yourself. You want to convince somebody else. Let me tell you something. You have only one life. One life. You should invest in yourself the best you can be, so that you can get the maximum value from what this world has to offer. You don't have 2 lives or 3, you have 1. And even if you lose everything you have, it is your mind that is what matters. What you can deliver, that's what matters. This is where you must invest in. You become valuable. You get into a corporation and they don't want to let you go because you are valuable. This is what you should be aiming for. On our program, we aim to make you the best you can be, but it is you that needs to do the work. We cannot force you to do the work. All our programs are online. Someone was asking if the programs are online. It's all online. All right. We don't run any in-class sessions, because in a particular class, you have somebody in London, somebody in Manchester, somebody in Scotland, somebody in America, somebody in Canada, somebody in Belgium. You cannot come and tell everybody to come to Lagos. Everybody should go to London. No. Everything runs remotely. The classes are very interactive. You can ask questions. They are live classes. It's not pre-recorded where we say, oh, we'll record something, go and watch in your own time. No. They are live sessions. You ask questions. And when you're working on your project, imagine working on a UK project, you have team members cut across 3 continents. You can't do that in one place. And many of you are working. So the work, or everything we do is at weekend and evenings. So everything is done remotely. It's all online. Okay? A few questions have come in. Can you throw small lights on the difference between PMP and Prince 2 methodologies in project delivery? They are basically the same, but PMP was created by an American organization, PMI, all right, Project Management Institute in the US. They created PMP. Prince 2 is a framework methodology created by the Organization of Government Commerce in the UK, which is a government ministry in the UK. All right, so both of them are basically similar. They are just different styles of delivering projects in America and in UK. So PMP you will find in America, in Brazil, in Mexico, in Canada, those countries around there. Prince 2 you will find in the UK, France, Italy, Belgium, Germany, these ones in Europe on this side. All right, that's how it's divided, but believe me, they are basically the same. Waterfall is an old methodology that nobody really uses now. All right, is where you deliver everything step by step. All right, your first step is to do this, second step is to do this, second step is to do that. When you make a mistake and want to go back to this step to correct it, it's going to just mess up everything. So waterfall, we don't really talk about it now, but you can Google it and look up waterfall. All right, nobody's going to be very keen on bringing a waterfall expert, all right, to come and deliver a project for them. If you train from Nigeria, will you be working for a Nigerian company afterwards or international company? No. If you are in Nigeria and you are doing the UK work experience, then your project, the people you work with, the reference you get, support on your CV, everything is going to be UK focused. All right? Everything is going to be UK focused. It doesn't matter what country you are in. Even if you're in Nigeria or in the UK, it doesn't matter. All right? It's all going to be UK focused. All right? If you pay for the UK work experience, okay? Okay. What is the difference between business analyst and agile business analyst? They do basically the same thing. One of them is a business analyst on any other kind of project. The other one is a business analyst that understands the agile framework. Any BA that finishes our program can either be a pure business analyst or be an agile business analyst. It just as the name implies, agile business analyst. So you understand the agile methodology. All right. You are going to be working in an agile environment. Okay. And now you are a business analyst. So you are first of all a business analyst before you are any other type of flavor of business analyst. So it is just the skill set. So if you're a BA and now you understand agile, you're an agile business analyst. That's what it is really. So it's really, everybody is really a business analyst. All right. It's your understanding of agile that makes you an agile business analyst or a IT business analyst or a process improvement business analyst. It just depends. It's not different. It's the same work you all do, the same requirement gathering you all do. But now, because you understand agile, you can use maybe a SCRUM technique. So instead of having requirements in high level and low level, you are now calling them product backlog and sprint backlog, because now you understand SCRUM framework under agile. All right. So you're now using those terminologies. So that's really what makes it different. But once you attend our program, you can definitely be a business analyst or an agile business analyst. Any of them goes. All right. It's a 5 months program. Yes, 5 months. All right. Question: how long into the training are you able to apply for jobs? I would say start applying in your 4th month, because in your 4th month you're almost coming to the end of the project you are delivering. At that point you can start applying. All right, you can start applying. Don't start earlier than that, because you don't want to get an opportunity that you would now lose. For example, you get a call for a job and then they really want to give it to you, and they're thinking, I just wish you had more experience, because you went too early. They ask you a question that we're meant to tackle in the 4th month of your work experience, but you have not gotten there yet, so you don't know, and then you lose a good opportunity. Don't do that. All right, don't do that. Our program is £599. That's the cost of the program, £599. Now, for those of you who live in America, in Canada, in Europe, you pay £599. You can pay via our website in dollars or in pounds, whatever, in euro. You can pay via our website or make a bank transfer to our UK account. But those of you who live in Nigeria, we know how difficult it is to get foreign exchange. So you can pay in Naira, which is 472,000. All right. So the training is £599. We just allowed those in Nigeria, because of difficulty in getting exchange rate, to pay in Naira. Okay. Do we get paid during the training experience? No, that is part of your training. And besides, not a full-time opportunity. So for those of you who are working, you have to continue working. All right. Our program run. We work evenings and weekends, and the things we do is part of your training because we're still teaching you how to develop projects. You're not giving us any value per se. No. Remember, people get paid for value. So we pay you if you are giving us value. If you want to hire an experienced business analyst, we are hiring you, we pay you, you give us value. So if you come on our program, you pay us, come on our training. Then when you are on a project where we are teaching you how to do, we are now paying you on top. No, no. It's part of your program. After the program, will the students still have access to the mentors? It's actually very difficult. With your PS, it's a question on YouTube. Yes, with your PM experience, you can apply for a Scrum Master role. Yes. No, it's quite difficult. You don't have access to that your particular mentor. You shouldn't really. But the general support that we give to everybody within the Almond ecosystem, you will get. All right. So not that program manager that worked with you on your project. You can't keep going to that person every day as if it's only you that the person knows. No. But Almond, we have a general support system in our ecosystem. That one you will be getting. All right. So we're not going to dedicate anybody to you. No. Okay. But once you finish our program, you are still getting support from us for even a year. All right. I have been a business analyst in Nigeria for over 4 years. What's in it for me as someone considering joining your training program? It depends. If you're a business analyst, it depends. Have you been a business analyst that you know how to do it? Do you understand the methodologies I've been talking about, the frameworks I've been talking about? If you do, then what are you coming for? What are you coming to the training for? You're a BA, you have delivered agile projects, you can get the requirement, you can elicit requirements properly, prioritize requirements properly, manage impact assessment on changes properly, you can manage your product backlog, you can put together a product backlog, a sprint backlog, you can manage a burn down chart, you can be able to support the team in delivering IT projects. What are you coming here to do? No need. No need. But if you are lacking in any of these areas, well, or a BA that say, well, I've just been doing it how I know how to do it. No. All right. Anyway, so guys, look, we've shared a lot today, and the life is coming to an end. But what I'll say to you people is this: we have, just one life. I need you to make it the best it can be. If you know anybody who is struggling, please invite them. Tell them about Almond. I promise you, we'll take care of them and they will be fine. I just don't want you to sit back and do nothing. Do something. Encourage somebody around you to also do something so that all of you can rise together. Again, if you need to ask us any questions, our phone numbers are on our bio. You can obviously, you can call us, you can DM us. I will be very happy to answer. Or you can go on our website, almondcareers.com, to chat with us. All right. Have a very, very, very wonderful good evening, everybody. If you have any more questions, send us a message. Bye-bye.